Everything else that's happened in the series so far pales into insignificance today as we take on Manchester United in a top-of-the-table clash. If we win, we'll have one hand firmly on the Premier League trophy. We've also got to finish the job against Braga in the Champions League as well. Hello everyone and welcome to episode 31 of a Selhurst Success Story. And a top-of-the-table encounter against Manchester United at Old Trafford, where 3 points will give us a massive, massive boost to our title chances. As you can see, we are 8 points clear at the top of the table at the minute with a mammoth goal difference. The last episode you saw us lose to Manchester City in the League Cup final. We then won 3-0 away against Preston in the FA Cup 5th round and got a 0-0 draw at home to Brighton in the Premier League in pretty poor game really. Both sides had a goal disallowed. We've drawn West Brom in the FA Cup quarter final, the only championship team left in the competition actually. But it's all about taking on United, who in their last game lost 3-0 to Tottenham and had Bruno sent off, I believe. Yeah, 3-0. Bruno Fernandes sent off. And they've got Champions League and FA Cup and stuff to think about as well. Plus they've still got a couple of tough games to come. Although I think our run-in may be a little tougher. But that's enough talking about it. Let's go and play it, shall we? The team is Lafont, Livramento, Anderson, Tar, Mitchell, McTominay, Camavinga, Elise, Karabek, Klozek and Alvarez. Sekumara completed his loan move. Eze and Gakpo still injured. And Sivert Mansverk went off late in the last game and is out for up to 3 weeks as well. So we're down to bare bones again. But hopefully the bare bones will be good enough to lead us to the title. Let's say we've got 8 point advantage at the minute. If we lose this game, that drops to 5 points with still 8 games to play. Which, with our run-in and the fact that we have still got a few tough games to come, we could end up throwing it all away. Whereas if we win today, that was close. If we win today, we extend our lead to 11 points. And that means that they'd have to pretty much win all of their games and we'd have to lose 4. There's Elise with a goal, gets up at the back post. He's only just returned from a couple of knocks that he had. He was on the bench for the last game because of a knock, and then he picked up another knock the day after that game. I didn't know if he was going to be fit for today, but he is, and he's risen above everyone, got his head on it, and give us a 1-0 lead. And as you can see, if you have a look down there, if it stays the same, we pick up all 3 points, we'll be 11 points clear. We've got a massive, massive goal difference. But the goal swing on goal difference is something that they're not going to catch up. There's Elise, Adam Klozek, 2-0, unless VAR rules it out. I think the referee has blown his whistle and raised his arm. But the goal's awarded. Come on! A win today, and I think we're champions. I can't see any other outcome, to be honest. Win today and we're champions. 11 points clear with 8 games to play and a goal difference swing of plus 30 in our favour as it stands at this precise moment. We've got to be champions. There's Elise who don't know what he was going for, whether it was a pass or a shot, but sort of caught in between the two. And if we do win the title, I've then got to decide what I want to do next. Obviously, I don't I don't have us down as winning the Champions League this season. Stranger things have happened. Here's Karabek bursting through, and his shot goes wide. Stranger things have happened, but I can't see us winning the Champions League. So first ever Champions League campaign. I'm sure we'll come up against one of the big boys and end up throwing it all away. But it's how successful do I want this success story to be? Winning the Premier League title. We won the League Cup last season. Winning the Premier League title. Is that successful enough? I think it is. I could end up doing another... If we don't win the Champions League this season, here's Rashford, who bursts through and dinks it over the keeper, and United are back into this game. We ain't won the Premier League yet. We could throw it all away still. I'm just thinking out loud here. I'm thinking out loud. Like, how far do I want to take this series? We could win the Premier League this year, and I could end up playing for another 4 or 5 seasons to try and win the Champions League and never actually do it. Livramento's deep cross is cleared. Mitchell to Camavinga. Karabek. Lozek. Shot saved out for a corner. Yeah, I could end up doing it for years and years and trying, like, in game, obviously, not in real life. Could end up doing another 4 or 5 seasons and never actually winning the Champions League. Then it becomes boring and disappointing and all the rest of it. So I think win the Premier League this season, hopefully win the FA Cup as well, do well in the Champions League. Some people would say getting Crystal Palace into the Champions League is successful enough. I know for a fact, as a Palace fan in real life, if we ever reached the Champions League, I think even if we qualified for the Europa Conference League and played a game against some weird Estonian team on a Thursday night, I'd be happy. And that would be successful enough for me. But I'm a long-suffering Palace fan who's been through enough heartbreak with the club to last a lifetime. So any sort of little bit of glory would be much appreciated. But United have got back into this game. Belotti's got up, headed in the equaliser. The referee's held his arm up, but I think he was onside. Oh, goal's been disallowed. Oh. Really? Yeah. Just offside. Originally, I thought he looked on. I'm not going to bother with substitutions. We'll let the clock run down, and we are going to extend our lead at the top of the Premier League table to 11 points. We were the better team throughout. Higher XG, more shots, more on target. And a 2-1 victory that increases our chances of being crowned Premier League champions this season. A plus 29 goal swing in our favour, an 11-point advantage, 8 games to go, and I would say that is us Premier League champions. Like I've said before, stranger things have happened. We could go on a run now and lose all about 8 of our games and end up being pipped by a point at the end of the season. But I can't see that happening. Let's go and finish the job against Braga, shall we? Right, Jonathan Tah broke his ankle in training, so Mark Gurhey comes into the starting lineup for him. Felix Argu starts in place of Livramento, who needs a bit of a rest. And we have got a couple of other players that are struggling a little bit. Elise says his fitness, he's got a fitness issue, but I'm going to start with him. Hopefully, we'll score a couple of goals early, get the tie wrapped up, and then we can rest a couple of players. Although it's FA Cup at the weekend, so I'll probably rotate slightly anyway. Well, let's get into the good bit, innit? It's quarterfinals now. But we come into this game with a 3-1 advantage from the first leg. We should get it wrapped up quite comfortably. Flozek, McTominay, going back to Gurhey. Mitchell plays Flozek in. He's going to get the ball across the goal, and Alvarez's shot is saved. Not sure the keeper knew much about it. I think Alvarez hit it against him rather than him saving it. But after a 3-1 win in the first leg away from home, I think the only worry that I would have is complacency. You've seen it in the game before when you're 2-0 up and your team goes complacent and the opposition hit back and get something out of the game. But the ball's just being kicked backwards and forwards here. Not much really happening in the way of excitement. Playing out of defence nicely. There's Mitchell through to Flozek. Plays in Karabek, whose pass goes a little bit astray. And Michael Elise, similar to the Man United game actually. Ball across, Elise at the back post, gets his head on it. Flozek and Karabek just sort of like playing poor passes to each other. Then Flozek, long ball over the top. Elise, back post, header. Keeper should have done better. And that's 1-0. 1-0 on the night, 4-1 on aggregate. And I can quite comfortably say that we should be through to the next round. I think it's the quarter-final of the Champions League next round, isn't it? The draw for which is in a couple of days in game. So what I'll probably do is at the end of this game, I'll skip forward a couple of days and then come back for the draw. So we'll round off this episode with the draw for the next stages of the Champions League. There's Michael Elise, left foot, top corner, 2-0. Have some of that. And I was going to take Elise off quite early if we scored a couple of goals, but he's on a hat-trick now, so players get upset if you take them off when they're on a hat-trick. But look at that, lovely finish. Beautiful stuff from Michael Elise. I mean, Braga have travelled to England, 3-1 down from the first leg, knowing that they need to score at least 2 goals, and they've only had 1 shot on goal, and it hasn't been on target. Julian Alvarez's shot goes over. Yeah, they've had 1 shot on goal. Their XG is 0.09. They're not a team who have come here to win. They managed a half chance from a corner, but that's about it. And this tie is done and dusted, ladies and gentlemen. The second half is a mere formality. Start looking at resting a couple of players. Karabek finds Elise out on the right. Cuts it back. Looked like a foul on argue, but it's been the referee's wave play on, I think. And Adam Flozek's shot hits the woodwork. And that is the last action of Adam Flozek in this game. I'm going to bring Roberto Firmino on for him. And I think we've just decided we're comfortable with how the game's going, to be honest. It's like 20 minutes just flew by, or 15 minutes, whatever it is, just flew by. It's Halter to Halter. Back across, Vitinha. Medeiros. I don't actually know what that was all about then, because nothing actually happened. Most pointless highlight in the history of highlights. Right, I don't care if Elise's on a hat-trick. He's coming off. We'll bring Eddie Nketiah on for him. And De Paula can come on for McTominay to round out the game. I'm not risking Elise's fitness when Braga have to score 5 goals in 8 minutes or whatever it is. Just on the off chance he might complete his hat-trick. Nothing really much happened in this second half. Like I said at half-time, mere formality the second half. The tie was over and done with at the 45-minute mark. Well, it was over and done with at the 17-minute mark when we went 1-0 up. Barcelona have come back and won 2-0 against Liverpool and knocked Liverpool out. Barcelona winning 3-2 on aggregate. And that puts us through to, I believe, the quarterfinals. We're definitely in the semi-final, although the Champions League semi-final draw is on Friday. Click calendar. It says Champions League semi-final draw. But it's definitely the quarterfinals. Right, I'm going to play through the next couple of days off camera. I'm not going to bore you with keep pressing continue. And then I'll come back for the Champions League draw. Right, it's the quarter-final draw of the Champions League, followed by the semi-final. So that's why it said on the thing about the semi-final draw. It says 8 teams going to the hat. Let's view the draw. The teams are us, Barcelona, Chelsea, Man United, Porto, Bayern Munich, PSG, and Real Madrid. Straight away, I'm looking at Porto. I want to avoid everyone on that side and Barcelona. I'm looking at Porto. I don't really want an English team either. Although we have beaten Chelsea and Man United, so either of those, I suppose, would be winnable. So Porto or one of the English sides. Man United are out first and will play Crystal Palace. We have drawn Manchester United. So not only are they going to try and perform a miracle by trying to win the Premier League when we're well clear, we could also knock them out of the Champions League in the quarter-final stages. Chelsea have drawn Porto, Real Madrid, Barcelona, and then PSG and Bayern Munich. That isn't the worst draw in the world. Now, the semi-final draw, if we manage to get past United, Real Madrid or Barcelona will play PSG or Bayern Munich. Then Chelsea or Porto will play Manchester United or Crystal Palace. I can't be happier with that draw. I said before that draw was done, you heard me say Porto, Chelsea or Man United, and I'll be happy. Well, we've drawn Man United in the quarters and then Chelsea or Porto in the semis. So I am extremely, extremely happy with that draw. And I'm now. I said before that we're not going to win the Champions League. We'll win the Premier League, not the Champions League this season. But after that draw, I am very confident, well, that much confident, of reaching the final of the Champions League. Maybe a bit more, actually, about that much confident. Anyway, that's going to wrap up this episode. We have increased our lead at the top of the Premier League table. We have reached the Champions League quarter-final in our first ever attempt. And the way the draw's been, we've got a chance of making the final. Anyway, thank you very much for watching and I'll see you again next time. Take care. Bye-bye.